That woman has a sleeping bag.
Oh yeah. Probably crashed you for the night.
Definitely did. She has like a pillow.
This past weekend, I went to the Big E. The Big E is known as the greatest state fair of the eastern states or something like that. It's a really huge event where all of the states of New England are represented by various vendors who have a very quintessentially that state product. I was not there for pleasure though. I didn't go on any rides. I was there to work. I was working for a startup called Seedsheet. Seedsheet is a Middlebury-based company that creates the future of gardening. It's a sheet where there are pods on it. Each pod has seeds in it. All you have to do is lay that sheet down on your soil and water it. Those pods then dissolve and that plants your seeds. Then you just continue to water every day or so, put it in a well-lit place. You can even use a grow light. Soon you have a beautiful harvest like the ones you can see in this video. It was really amazing to learn a lot about this product and go down and sell it. It was great practice to talk to a lot of people and really get a feel for selling a product. 175,000 people went by our booth on Saturday, and that gives me a ton of practice. There's a new person coming up right after. I can change how I pitch it. I can see what works well, see what doesn't, see if a smile works or a grimace or shaking their hand or just diving into it, and I can start to read the people. I can start to get a feel for who's gonna buy and who's not, who's gonna be interested, who's gonna want the newsletter, and who's gonna want the business card, and it's a fascinating process. And as someone who wants to be an entrepreneur and sell a product to people as my life career, this is huge. It's great practice. On Saturday, I was working for quite a while, like 12 to 14 hours straight, and I was standing for a lot of that time, so it was a pretty painful prospect. Like museum legs, after that long, just it hurt so bad. Like my feet were all swollen in my shoes, but it was also great. I loved it. I love seeing those people, and I love meeting them, and I love selling a product. Another great thing about working for Seedsheet is that it's great networking. The guy who started Seedsheet, Cam, was a Middlebury graduate, and he was the one on Shark Tank. He's like the famous figure of Seedsheet, and he started his startup after graduating from Middlebury, just like I hope to do someday. No, I'm not gonna do something with plants, I don't think, and I don't think he thought of that either since he was an architecture major, but it's cool to see that be fairly successful and be a part of that process. It was nice to make some money. I did get paid for this. It was kind of like I volunteered to get paid. Seedsheet needed more people for this, so I grabbed this opportunity. I think my real purpose in making this video and explaining this to you is how important it is to just grab opportunities. Nothing good is going to happen to you unless you go out and actively take a hold of any opportunity that comes your way and go with it. There was a lot of unsuccessful interactions with people where they're just totally not interested in seeing the product, which is kind of disheartening. And a ton of standing. My feet were swollen. My arms even started to kind of tingle at the end. It was definitely exhausting. But I grabbed the opportunity and I'm super glad I did. It is something that I value now. It's that practice, talking to those people and selling a product is hugely valuable, and I wouldn't know that until I did it. And so I just kind of went out on a limb and decided to go for it, and it turned out to be a great experience for me. I always try to do that in my life and grab opportunities as they come to me. I can push a little harder and I can do a little bit more, and grabbing those opportunities have brought me so many great things in my life, and this is a great example of that. Thank you, Seedsheet, for letting me grab this opportunity and run with it. I really had a blast.